Thanks for coming, and incredible gratitude to Buckeye Nation to supply that energy in that stadium. That's as good as I've ever heard. Someone told me it was 110,000 people, and I asked, Gene, put some more seats in there, man. That was an exciting win. That's my wife. I'll get right back to him at the press conference. All right, bye. She said bring a gallon of milk home with you. I'll take questions.
Over here to the left, Ari. Urban, you guys had chances to tie it in the fourth and in overtime in critical situations. You had 4th and 1, and you decided to go for it. Didn't even look like you hesitated both times. I know that you guys like to go out of 4th down to 1, but in 2 situations like that, did you hesitate? Can you take me through your thought process with both?
I don't remember the first one. I lost my brain cells.
It was on the drive where you missed the chip shot at the end of it, but it was earlier on.
Yeah. The last one, it was not very far, and my AD at Florida actually used to always tell me, he said, if you can't get that far, you're not a championship team. And we used to talk about that all the time, and I agree with him. And so that actually crossed my mind. If you can't get that, we're not a championship team anyway. So, and I know it's a very good defense, a rugged defense, but I got players like JT Barrett. So.
And the other question I have is, there on the games that you are able to play or might play have been played now, and we've asked you about the playoff and this team's positioning now, having won this game today. If you guys don't go to the Big Ten championship, is this a playoff team, and do you have anything to say about it?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just. I think we're one of the top teams in the country, but once again, I don't really know that. We go week to week, and I love my players.
Over here to the right, Austin. Bill, you're next.
Urban, a couple part question here on before that 4th down when Curtis Samuel's getting strung out, going to the right there. You guys call that a busted play? What would you call what was happening there?
I'll be honest, I don't remember. I think you came back. I can't remember what the play was. Just a T swing, if I remember right. But I mean, it was not designed for a great athlete to run around that way. It's called recruiting.
Now the whirling dervish after that. I mean, do you have any memory of what was going through your mind as that play actually unfolded the way that it did?
Oh yeah, I was worried that we were going to be knocked out of field goal range and lose the game. And but then things happened. He's one of the best players I've ever been around, and it's good to see the ball in his hand near the end of the game.
Over here to the left, Bill.
Urban, what does it mean to you to be part of this game, this kind of classic game? And when it was 17-7 and your offense was very stagnant, what did you think your chances were?
I don't know. I mean, we won the game, Bill. Thanks.
To be part of this game?
It's awesome. I've said that many, many, many times. Really humbled to be a part of it, and you can't ask for better efforts for both. They have great players. We have great players. They're a very well-coached team. So are we, and it's good for the country to see the Big Ten in action like that.
Over here to the right, Tim.
Urban, what did come right with the offense at the end there? I mean, was it just guys making plays more than anything else?
JT didn't start out very good.
Yeah.
We had some misfires, and we weren't playing very well. The first drive was great. I think we hit a field goal or something, and we weren't. Had some protection issues, and the pass game's a constant. It's either protection issues or misfiring, and I thought the receivers played decent. I know Paris had a drop, but they keep swinging. It's a very, very good defense we faced.
Another quickie. Did you talk to Durbin after the second miss? Did you have any words with him at all, or?
Well, I just hit him on the rear end and said, "Hey, I didn't really say much to him."
But I got to ask one more housekeeping thing. Did you call the fake punt, or was that? You did call.
Far left over here, Rob.
I was going to ask you about the fake punter. What was your thinking during that?
On the last play, we ran a stretch to the left. It's 29 lead is the call, and Curtis scored. Any more questions about the fake punt? We motioned the tight end across, 2 backs in the backfield. We expected them to bear defense and pressure, and left tackle Jamarco did a nice job sealing it. Tailback led Mike Weber, and Curtis scored, and we won.
Last from me. You look more animated than normal. How's your health? I mean, you were bent over, you walked down toward the, is that just part of this game, or how are you feeling?
Curtis,
29 lead's been good to y'all though, right?
what's that?
29 lead has been good to y'all this year, right? I mean, or that
29
play.
leads
Yeah,
averaging.
Oklahoma.
All right, what was that?
29
Curtis
lead has
scored-
been good,
Curtis
yeah.
went to the left. and
Yeah,
scored.
but I mean, it's been good to y'all this year, right? I mean,
Yeah, for the most part.
yeah.
He scored.
Okay, over here, Dave.
Urban, I'm curious on the double overtime JT sneak. Did your heart stop as you waited for that ball to be spotted? I mean,
Sneak, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the play there.
official- That was that stopped the heart for a second when the official said they're buzzing me for this spot, and I thought, oh my goodness,
in real time, do you think you had it when you first saw it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was standing right there, so I know I had it.
All right, these are going to be the last two. Over to the left, Teddy and then Doug.
I was also going to ask about the 4th and 1, but I won't. Right after the game, I believe you were down on the turf. Somebody help you up, and then somebody carry you off, or you walk off, or what all happened?
I don't know. Curtis scored going to the left.
Do you remember anything from after the game?
Yeah, Curtis. I remember that Neil Diamond song. That was great.
And final questions for Coach Doug.
Weird life, man.
Last question, Coach.
Urban, this legitimately is one of the great games in the history of this rivalry in 113 years. So I mean, people do want to hear about sort of how it transpired during the game. The things you did you feel like, hey, maybe they're playing a little better than us, we need a spark, we need to push it? What was that feeling like as you're trying to get your team going?
Well, that's why you run a fake punt. That's why we were trying to get the ball downfield, and we just weren't hitting them. And yeah, we were trying. We needed sparks. You're right. And but then our defense kept hanging in there. They provided sparks, and then the offense kind of took over in the fourth quarter and the second overtime. So it's a game. It is, and I'm not being disrespectful. That is one of the classic games at this rivalry that will forever be, because I know this rivalry as well as anybody. And that game's right in there. I'm not saying it's the greatest because that's disrespectful. The other great players that have played in it, but that's an instant classic against two very good teams. And we knew going in it was going to be that way. That's one of the best defense we've ever gone against.
And you guys play a lot of games where you are clearly the best team. That just happened with your team. In a game like this, it felt like for a while that Michigan was going to win this game. When you're in a spot like that with your guys and you find a way, what is that like after a game like that? What does that tell you about this team, about those players?
It kind of happened at Wisconsin too. We down by 10 and came back, and I just love these players. It's young, and that's an old team we play. It's 17 senior starters or something. We have one, and I was concerned about that going into it. How are the guys going to handle? Those a bunch of first-year players out there, but they're veterans now, and they did something that Pat Elflein just got his 5th pair of gold pants. Special time. Thank you,
Coach, thank you. Hey, folks in chairs, please. I need, it's really crowded.